Shana Slawter, and I'm the Youth and Community Coordinator here at the East Preston Family Resource Center. We are a branch off of the East Preston Daycare Center. We've been in operation for over 31 years here at the Family Resource Center. Programs are geared around basically outside of the early childhood education side of things of daycare. We kind of come along with from pre and postnatal, so before mom gives birth, we have prenatal programs. Then they roll into our postnatal, and then a lot of times the kids go off to daycare. Other than that, all of our other programs kind of fall in between, from youth to working alongside of families with young children with our Healthy Beginnings and Parenting Journey. Youth outreach covers anywhere from 16 to 30. And we've rolled out some new programs as well, Strengthening Fathers, Fatherhood Matters, and then we also have our Nurturing Strong programs as well. We had came to the table with Feed Nova Scotia back in 2021 in regards to how we could better support our community with food insecurity. One of the biggest things for us was the dignity and respect of community members. We didn't want it to be a traditional food bank where people had to come and stand in line or wait for food. We wanted to give them a different experience of needing support, but not only supporting their hunger needs, but also supporting the mental state of, everybody was still going through COVID. There was a lot of things that were still going on, so we wanted to be able to support the community in a different aspect, but still reaching the fact of the main focus was the food insecurity. It is still ongoing. We've actually kind of added some things in where we had gone through renovations here. We kind of outgrew the space as well. So we kind of also done the food boxes, but we've done family meal nights as well. So if you couldn't come and take part in a cooking class, we did a couple of family meal nights where families were able to stop in, either sit in the space and have a meal that was prepared, or if it was, mom or dad coming home from work, they were able to stop by and take a meal for the whole family. It was mainly because to give a different look at how food support looks. We had taken information from community and how that they were made to feel in the past with going to local food banks. It really the undignified way of things, and we come from a community that we are very prideful people. The fact of having to ask for help a lot of times, unless you're going to your neighbor next door, a lot of community members don't want to do that. So it was able to create a program where they could come in and actually sit amongst other community members, share, if it was things that they were going through. At the time, we had a lot of deaths in community. So we had community members that were coming in that were dealing with grief. They were able to share openly, but food is comfort. So while you're sharing and actually connecting with somebody else in community, they were preparing a meal, and it gave a whole new outlook. Like we had people coming here that were very heavy-hearted, had a lot of things going on, but they left feeling like, one, they didn't feel like they actually took part in a program. They also felt like they didn't come and actually receive, a handout. They left feeling fulfilled. The biggest feedback that we've gotten, even though we were able to still keep the program going, it's not as frequent as it was when we started. We were doing it every 2 weeks when we started the program, but because, a grant only can go so far, it's the fact that they want to see it happen more. I mean, we thought of everything when it came down to the food hampers. When you go to a local food bank, they cover your pantry stuff, where we looked at what are the things that people essentially need but can't afford. So from toiletries, cleaning supplies, diapers, school snacks, that kind of stuff. And then we also put in the component of your protein. So, you go to a food bank, you get, your pastas, your sauces, but what are you actually putting in the pasta sauce? So we partnered a lot of the times with Gateway and looked at what they had on sale. And if we went in to buy bulk, they would well, they noticed the work that we're doing. So a lot of times the staff came alongside of us and helped, or even throwing in an extra discount that we were able to get, if it was ground beef, chicken, anything like that. So the biggest thing is to have it ongoing and more consistent. I think the biggest takeaway for myself personally was that looking at food insecurity, it looks very different. It doesn't have to be the fact of that you're standing in line or feeling like you're begging for food. You can provide security to someone with a very dignified way that they're keeping their respect. And it's the fact of uplifting people. We thrive on the fact of how we love on our community. So it was seeing people come in and be heavy but leave very lighthearted with a smile on their face. My envision, and I'm sure that the team here can agree, is that taking all of our programs to the next level, that any way possible that we, as we see population grow within our community, is to grow our programs as well, and to have either government or other organizations such as Feed Nova Scotia come alongside of us and support us in any way possible to make sure these programs can continue to happen. So they can reach out directly to the East Preston daycare and go from there for a charitable number, or to see how they can, if it's a financial donation, or even, just to get the word of what we're doing in community. Fun fact, I think pretty much probably 90% of the staff has either gone through daycare or a family resource program, or our children have actually gone through a program or daycare. I think half of us at this table, so we're rooted in community. So it's community helping community. Like it's the fact that when people come through the door, they're not seeing a strange face. They're seeing somebody that has either been born and raised in the community, married into the community. So, yeah. They say it's nepotism, but it's not nepotism. We are just people that literally want to give back to our community. So.